Hello, Internet! You are watching Mr. Axebane. I'm playing Farming Simulator 22, and this is episode 14 of my Griffin Indiana series. I was just taking a little break there, sitting on my nice bench outside my cabin here. And I actually didn't go to bed I didn't go to bed at the end of last episode because I realized I really needed to get lime on this field, so I did that. Used up I finished off one of the bags and had to use part of the second bag, so I'm actually really low on lime now. But I did that because it's supposed to start snowing at about 1800, which is about 6 p.m. That's less than an hour in the game. So. And also the sunset. I wanted you guys to see the sunset before I just ended the day. Look at that. That's what the relight mod is. It adds more color to the sunrises and sunsets and gives the lighting a more realistic tone, but without any impact on FPS, supposedly. I don't have a very good computer now. I don't notice any additional lag, luckily. I can't say that works that way with everyone. They claim it doesn't impact FPS, which is possible if you change the quality or the style of lighting. You're not necessarily changing the technical, you're not pushing the technical limits of it, then it would make sense that they could be careful to not add any additional load. So anyway, it's about a little over 30 minutes and it should start snowing. And it's getting dark, starting to get dark as the sun's going down out there. You can hear the fresh air. You can see the color. Gosh, the sky is even getting dark. Oh, look at that. Just gorgeous. And quickly it got dark. It's 17:34, so still not quite 6 p.m. yet. And wow, it got dark quick. Look how dark it is. It's even darker for you guys probably with the videos. It's really dark out there. Okay, so it gets spooky actually. It's kind of spooky. I already got quite a bit of honey in here, and still quite a bit of room to store more. Also got the light on in there. I'll probably turn that off when we're not using it. It doesn't cost us anything more, I don't think, but alright, so it should start snowing in about 15 minutes. See how our sheep are doing. Still got 14 sheep. Their health is 100%. Excellent. Still got 2,400 liters of food. We do need to get... Oh, that's right. We probably do need to think about getting more hay in there, though. Well, no. Well, we don't have to do it yet. Okay, they're still... Yeah, they still got a decent amount. Okay. I guess that's about half a bale maybe they've eaten. And we can see how much wool they've made. 640 liters. Seems like you probably need a lot of sheep to get any kind of large production, which over time I'm sure will make money. We invested so much in those sheep. It was like 54,000 for like the building, 74,000 for the land, and then I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 for the sheep. I didn't keep track of that. Of course, the game did, but it's starting to snow. There it is. The first snowfall of the year here in the first half of December. I don't know how much accumulation there's going to be. We can check the weather real fast and see how many hours it's going to snow. So it might stop snowing around 2200. Okay, so before midnight it'll stop snowing, so it may not accumulate a whole lot, but the first snow. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Oh, there's even a little bit of like snowy, misty bits of snow, like powdery snow. That's nice. Okay, so we're done with today's work. We're just enjoying the first snow here. Yeah. Very nice. Sometimes you just gotta pause and take time to enjoy the snow. Okay, so we're not gonna sit and watch the snow for hours or anything. We'll likely freeze. So we will go ahead and sleep. That was nice though. That was a very nice little break from farm work. And I don't think it's going to be snowing. Yeah, I don't think it's snowing now. But we might get more snow coming. Let's see, not today, but quite possibly tomorrow. So we're in the second half of December now. And of course, it's kind of early, but we're going to check the sale paper. We have a cultivator, right? Was that the one? I didn't mean to. Whoops! I didn't mean to try to buy that thing. Sorry, a subsoiler for less than $5,000. Only 4-meter wide. I've got a plow, which is so similar to that. We probably won't. This is a tractor with a ton of horsepower, and it's over $200,000 to buy that, so we can't really do that. And a pickup on sale. Oh, that's cool. Over 50% off for the Lizard pickup 2014. That's not a bad idea. I mean, well, hang on. We already have a truck though. It's just kind of a miniature truck. It's actually even cooler than a truck in a lot of ways because it can do some farm work as well. The Unimog. All right. Well, it's maybe a good thing that we haven't been enticed by sales much yet because we spent less money on that stuff. So, which is good because we're not making a lot of money yet. We're not making much money at all yet. All right. So we probably just need to. I'm just gonna actually go ahead and probably chill in here for a bit until and plan things out a bit until the sun comes up, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, it's about 8 a.m. now, and the sun has just come up, and it's quite cold out here, and our crops in the ground here are doing fine though. The canola, it should be able to handle it. This field it's gotten lime. It does say it needs rolling. I don't think we're gonna get to do that before we plant next. We could, but I think we'll skip it. We can skip it one more time probably, and then we'll deal with that later. So mostly, we have time to wait. If we go and look at our crop calendar, we can't plant anything, and we won't be harvesting anything. We could harvest grass. We can't harvest anything else or plant anything until March at the earliest. So we're in the second half of December. We've got a couple more months to do other stuff that's not field work. So there's a couple things I do want to do that we can easily get done this episode. And one of those is to place a small parking area here. I want to put a little bit of parking area here for a couple of reasons. One, obviously for myself to use, and then I'll probably put a shed maybe right about here where I'm standing at some point as well. To start to use this land a bit more, but also I decided to add another mod. While I'm making this gravel parking area, I'll explain the mod that I decided to add. It's I've seen it before, but I didn't try it out before. But it's pretty cool, and it's very simple to use. I love. It's called store deliveries. Pretty sure that's what it's called, and it works in a very simple way. Essentially, you can choose a place, any place you want on the map, and that will be the delivery point. And if you do that, it simply moves the reset point that works for vehicles and when you buy stuff to that point. And if you buy something while you have that point active, you can always remove it and then it'll go back. The reset point will go back to the shop where it normally is. and at that point you'll just, when you buy stuff, it'll be like normal. You don't have to remove the mod to get back to normal functionality, basically. But if you do have that delivery point set, then whenever you order something from the shop, it's placed at that delivery point instead of the shop, but you pay a 2.5% fee, which is basically, if you bought something that was $10,000, that would be, I think, a $250 fee. So if it's $100,000, $2,500. I'm pretty sure that's the math for 2.5%. So it's a fair. It seems like it seems balanced to me. It's fair. But it also worked great for what we're gonna do with multi-farm gameplay. All right, so I've made the little parking area. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to use up too much of this land for this purpose. And then just beyond the gravel, like I say, I'll probably have a shed whenever I feel like I can afford it. But we're going to go ahead and place that delivery point for the store here in this parking, basically. But if I place it here, I believe wherever you're facing, that will start the delivery point. If you bought multiple items, the first item would be here, and then the second item here, and so on, something like that. So this mod's extremely easy to use once you've got it installed and you've loaded a game and activated it. When you load the game, you know, you just press and hold Alt and Shift, and it'll give you a little selection area in front of you. If I'm holding Alt and Shift and I press S, it'll set the delivery point to that spot. So now it should be, I think I placed it like right here pretty much. So now when we buy something, it should show up right here. And if you want to reset it back to normal, put it back, it'll just go instantly, it'll go back to the shop like it was before. You just hold Alt and Shift and press R, which I'm not doing yet because I want it to be there. But if you wanted to reset it back to where it was, and if you, to check and see if you properly reset it, you can actually go to your map. In this case, you'll see that it's still here. I click Store Deliveries. It shows up as a location. If we returned it to the store, it would show up back in the store like it originally was. So very cool. Now the reason I wanted to get that, especially, well, it's a cool convenience thing to have when I feel like paying the when I don't feel like driving to town and I'm willing to pay the 2.5% fee, I'll just do that. But also, because that would be handy for a lot of things. But also, when I do multi-farm gameplay and I want to transfer goods between farms, in the previous 2 episodes I talked about multi-farm gameplay. Go back to episode 12 or 13 if you want to hear about that concept. I summarized it in 13 and I talked about it in 12. But in those past 2 episodes, I talked about how if I wanted to, I could move as many pallets, big bags, and bales as I chose to for $1,000. That would be like one of my delivery options. So I can move stuff between farms, or move stuff to the new farm if I set one up and I want to bring stuff like this fertilizer, for instance. Well, I'm gonna still do that, but I'm just gonna tweak that concept a little. I'm just gonna modify it slightly. Instead of just deleting the stuff using easy dev controls and then spawning the stuff in the other farm instantly wherever I want or whatever. Instead, I'm gonna make it a little bit more interesting. I actually went ahead and got the Platinum expansion, and one of the things that comes with that are shipping containers. If you go into container, it's not under a trailer or a tractor. I couldn't find it for a while. I should have known it was under objects or containers, but it's under objects. But I didn't think of it because it's so large. But you can get a shipping container, and if I bought it right now, I won't buy it just yet. But if I buy one, it plops down on the ground. It's a big shipping container, as you can imagine, and it'll spawn here. The idea is that now I can send as many pallets, big bags, and bales as I can fit in one shipping container for $1,000, instead of just as many as I want for $1,000 each time. Because otherwise, if it's as many as I want, I might just wait like for years until they pile up, and then pay a one-time $1,000 fee and send everything I wanted, which I wouldn't necessarily need to send every single bale of hay or anything. I don't even need that many, but still. But it's also kind of cool. What it means too is I'll have to. The shipping container will be placed here. They'll bring it to the transport company or to the shop, right? I'll have to load it by hand. The bales I can't load by hand; they're too heavy. It's not a very efficient way to carry bales, though. But I don't really need to move a lot of bales between farms. But pallets and stuff I might. If I do a production in a different farm and I want to move all the wool or the honey to wherever the production is, I can do that. So I'll have to load the shipping container, and then for $1,000 I can send it to the other farm. I won't have to unload it though. I'm going to say that the transport company will unload it for me at the new farm. But they're not going to, like, they'll place it near the main road, you know, wherever is convenient. Like, they're not going to take it all the way up in the backwoods for you if you right to your sheep pen. Like, our sheep pen happens to be by the way. Anyway, hope that makes sense. You'll see as we go along in this series. And actually, I suppose I could do a really quick summary of what multi-farm gameplay is going to mean to me. Like I say, I talked about it in the past 2 episodes, but it's to sum it up in simple terms, it's an extension of a previous idea that other people have had that I've seen. The other idea is that when you save up a bunch of money, you eventually like sell your vehicles and your buildings, and you go and you start on a new save game on a new map, and you carry over the money you had and continue from that. So you had this cool progression where your farms can get your farms can get bigger and bigger, and you don't lose whatever you had on the last map. I'm taking that and extending it with a couple extra things, but mainly the idea that this farm, actually I won't sell the buildings on this farm, and if I want to transport vehicles between them, it's $1,000 per vehicle. If I want to transport pallets and big bags, like I was talking about with shipping container, $1,000 per shipping container. And I can take money between the farms freely, but this farm will still keep going. I won't just leave this save game and not play it anymore. Essentially, I'll visit this farm at least 2 or 3 times a year, and whenever I play on another farm, I'll advance time on this farm or any other farms. So that all the farms, so if I spend a year on another farm, I'll come back here and advance time in this save game 1 year. And if that means I got a bunch of honey, I'll have a bunch of honey, right? But I also have to come back here and work the field if I want to a couple times a year to plant and harvest. And then while I'm waiting on the crops, I can be at another farm doing other stuff, starting to try other things, but I can still move money and goods and vehicles between farms. I'm not going to move vehicles all the time, obviously. I'll only take one tractor probably if I go to a new map, or I might just take money and buy another tractor, because I'll come back to this map and work it from time to time. But I might only need one tractor here to work it. And that's just the quickest summary. And it could be 3, 4, 5 farms, and they could be on whatever maps I want. The only other element is basically if I want to ship vehicles or shipping containers, its price will be doubled if it has to go over an ocean. So if I ship from the US to the UK, that'll be $2,000 per shipping container and $2,000 per vehicle. But I can still move money between them freely. Anyway, so once I make some money on this map and save up some money, I'm probably going to have to save about 50,000, maybe 100,000. I can start another small farm on another map of my choice and still keep this farm and let this farm continue to grow as much as I choose, and hopefully continue to make money from this farm too. Wouldn't that be cool? Now, if I wanted to, if I really didn't like the save game, I could actually just sell everything. I could sell these buildings, I could sell all the vehicles, take all that money to another save game. But if I like the farm, I'm going to keep it, and if I keep it, I will advance time and keep the time in sync with all the other farms that I make on other save game maps and play multi-farm gameplay. It sounds like sort of weird. It might sound like I'm making a big deal out of something simple. I just think it'll be really fun. Alright, I'm probably not the first person to come up with something like this. I'm sure I've never actually claimed that, so please. I'm not trying to say I came up with some amazing thing. I just think it'd be a fun way to play with multiple save games. Integrate them together. So, I think we are actually done for the day. Or actually, no, we did sleep, didn't we? We're on the next day. I got to talking and forgot what I was doing. So I did what I need to do, though, for this day, maybe. I set up a delivery point for the shop. It's December, so here's a quick reminder what we're waiting on. January and February, which will be, tomorrow will be January. January and February, we can sell our hay and our silage to make good money. That's the best time. We can sell our honey in March for the best price. We can sell our wool in April, and we can sell our soybeans in June. So those are the paydays we're waiting on. That's going to be nice. It's going to be very nice. I mean, really, I'm actually getting kind of desperate here for a payday. Oh my gosh. Let's look at our finances again. So The only month we've made money, we actually had a profit, was September. So in this entire save game, which has been less than a year, I started in spring with the start from spring mod, but September we made a little bit of money, and that's only because I chopped wood and sold wood. I made almost $6,000 on wood. That's the only way I did it. Now we do have a lot of honey in here, but like I say, March is when we're waiting to sell that. All right, so desperate for a payday. Oh, speaking of cutting wood and selling wood, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about on this episode. It's pretty simple. I'm no longer I'm no longer gonna ever use, at least in this save and in the future, I'm no longer gonna use lumberjack mods super strength ability. I'll just use the other stuff that makes it a little bit easier to cut wood. So I'll still use lumberjack mod, but I'm no longer going to use the lumberjack mod super strength for moving trees or anything. That's the only thing I used it for, was moving trees before. Oh, and actually once I used that to move this header when it got stuck in the trailer, because I think I got the wrong trailer. I got really frustrated. But other than that, yeah, I'm not going to use super strength. I will, however, still be using the liftable big bags pallets, liftable pallets, big bags, and what's it called mod? Oh gosh, liftable pallets and big bags mod. Yeah, I'll still use that for convenience of moving pallets around by hand without forklift, but I'm not going to be able to just pick up trees anymore. And one of the reasons I did that is I got the forestry expansion, or the platinum expansion, which gives a lot of new forestry options. But there's also a mod. If you can't afford the expansion, check this out. This is the first thing I got. It was actually before I got the expansion. If we go to the shop, this mod just came out a few days ago, but it's on the mod hub in the game. You don't have to get it outside the game. And if we go to forestry equipment under trailer and down near the bottom, uh, like 3 spaces from the bottom, forestry equipment, there's a mod called Lizard Forest Pack, which is really cool. I haven't used it yet, so I can't say for how easy it is to use, but it gives you some similar affordable options, which is something that the Platinum expansion also gives you, for moving logs around. You can buy a trailer that just holds logs, or you can even get an attachment that carries logs. You'll need a tractor to attach it to, of course, either of these. And then with the Platinum expansion, you get similar concept, 2-in-1 here. Um, so there's affordable options now for me to move logs around. So, like, I could lease one of these. Like this one, I thought about leasing this nice one from the Platinum expansion for under $1,000, 9,069. I'm sorry, $969, and I could have that. I could lease that and move quite a few trees after I did a bunch of chainsawing. So that's cool. I'm not gonna. It feels, using super strength. I understand why you use it. That's why I used it, because it got frustrating not like trying to cut trees with a chainsaw and not use super strength. It's really difficult. You have to cut the logs into such small pieces. It starts to get really ridiculous. Um, so now it's going to be a little more challenging to cut trees and stuff, and I'll have to spend a little bit of money to either lease or buy one of those log moving machines with a crane arm, and yeah, it'll make the gameplay a little bit more interesting, I think. All right, so okay, so since we don't really have anything else to do here in the second half of December, we're gonna go ahead and sleep. Tomorrow we'll be able to sell hay and silage, and it's gonna be quite dark at 6 a.m. probably, so we'll sleep until 8 a.m. this time. And basically, I'm thinking what I want to do is probably lease a auto load bale trailer, because we have quite a bit of hay and silage now that I made silage, and that way we can move these bales really easily. And it's going to cost a little bit of money, but hopefully by the time we move all the hay and all the silage, it'll be worth it. So let's check the prices. It's supposed to be payday now for hay and silage. Payday. We're looking at, oh, we could have sold some of it in December even. Okay, well, that's cool. This is the best month, though, it looks like. 111 for hay for 1,000 liters, and 341 bucks for silage. 1,000 liter. Sweet. All right, hopefully that makes this all worth it. We could do the math to find out, but I don't feel like doing it. But here's the silage we made. I think was there one more bale, or did I move it up to the road? I must have moved it. Okay, so these are our silage bales. Not too bad. Each bale is 3,500 liters. So that's probably going to be pretty decent, even though it's not a whole lot of silage. We got a bunch of hay over there, and we have a bunch of hay, a little bit of hay over there, and a couple there. So that's what we're going to do, I think. I'm going to go to the shop. And, oh, it's funny, I can still fast travel to it. Oh, interesting. Cool. So there's still a travel point for the sell point, or selling and buying point here. Okay, so bale loaders. I've used one of these and it was pretty nice. Yeah, this one's pretty nice. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't want to spend 50,000 to buy it, but I'm going to lease this machine here, the RBM 2000. I've used it before. It's very easy to use. I mean, it does the loading for you. Oh, I don't have enough money even to lease that. Probably going to need about 5,000 bucks or something. Oof. Oh, and it's going to deliver it back home. That's fine though. Yeah, I'll pay the fee. Wait, what was I going to do? Okay, so I need money. I got to go to the finance, take a little bit of a loan out. I don't really need that much, actually. Yeah, we'll just take out a $5,000 loan. Go to bale loaders and get that RBM 2000 and lease that for $2,575. Okay, good. I don't know if you noticed the sound effect was different. That's to notify me that it spawned at the delivery point, and I paid the 2.5% fee. But I think it might be worth it, because I would have had to take a vehicle down there and get it. Maybe I should have gone and done that, but that's okay. Pay a little convenience fee, and here it is. Boom. We might want to extend that parking area or move the shop. Well, I'll probably extend the area. And there it is. So this thing is pretty sweet. We just got to hook it up to a tractor, or I can probably use my truck. And it'll do the loading for us. That's the whole auto load thing. And it's very handy. As long as you have enough bales to make it worth the money. Otherwise, you can get the bales picked up quickly, but then you wouldn't even make anything. You'd maybe break even or something if you weren't careful, as I have been in the past. Alright, or as I have done in the past, I should say. This should be the easy part. Hook it up, there we go. Now, so, once we've got it hooked up, we just... Oh, I thought I had it hooked up. Come on. I must not have pressed it when at the right time. Okay, there we go. Once you got it like that, all you have to do is press B to begin. Alright, I guess we'll sell the silage first. I don't know if I can load silage and hay at the same time. We'll try that. First we'll load this and see. So I just have to approach the bale, line it up in a halfway decent manner, and boom. You don't have to line it up that well. You just get it in the area, really. And it should do this. There we go. So I'm just going to get this done. All I got to do is drive around and aim those loading forks at the bales until all these things are picked up. And there we go. So now we just got to find out if we can also load hay on this thing. Wherever we sell it, it's probably going to be the same place, whether it's hay or silage. So hopefully, and even if it's not, it would still work. It would just sell whatever's on the trailer that matches the sell point. Anyway, let's see if it'll hold both. Yep. Nice. So, we're still going to have to probably make 2 trips. I don't think we'll be able to get all of the hay and all of the silage, but we shouldn't need 3 trips, so this will be nice. This won't be bad at all. It's not even 10 a.m. yet, and I've gotten a lot of it loaded. Alright, so I should get the hay loaded up now, using the same method. Okay, I wasn't careful enough, and apparently mounted a hay bale And okay, probably gonna have to just press Q and drop the trailer, yeah, and see if we can just ride on off of there. Okay, not too bad. That could have been worse. Gotta deal with these things sometimes, unless you're really careful. Had to circle around, and we're gonna make another attack run here. There we go. Boom, got it. Why does one of those look different? Oh, one of those was grass. I forgot. I can't even remember. I screwed up with one of the bales and didn't get wrapped for silage. Oh god, I forgot to check to see if this stuff actually even has fermented long enough to become silage yet. Oh no. What if I screwed up? Oh, it has. Oh yeah, I guess it only needed a couple of months, right? Yeah. Must have. Yeah, that would have been plenty of time. I think it must have been. I think because it wouldn't say silage. It would say grass and fermenting. So I think we're good. All right. Still got a bunch of hay bales up on the. I don't know if I can get that one without moving it. And then there's a bunch of hay bales up on the hill or above the field. Oh no. All right. Well, oh, we need to leave that here anyway for our sheep. Can't take all the hay. I'll leave that anyway. Yeah, we're about to run over the honey. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. All right. This is where most of the hay was at. But we can only get a few more and then we gotta go. Because we'll have a full trailer here in a second. Right? Yeah. Alright. Just a couple more, I think. Just a few more. Yeah, maybe 3 more. There's 1. Just 2 more. Oh. Let's back up a bit. And there we go. We got a full trailer. Alright, sweet. Now, gotta find where the best sale price was. Probably the animal dealer, right? Oh, biogas plant and the animal dealer have the same price. So the animal dealer is probably going to be both pretty easy to get to. But we'll tag the animal dealer and see if we can. What is that? Can't see if it's. I think the sky is a little bright, making it hard to see. We can check the map too and see if we can find it flashing. Yeah, there it is. So the same way we went to get to the sawmill. That's right. It was right before the sawmill. Okay, easy enough. Just gotta drive down there. We can finally have some kind of payday other than the trees that we sold. Okay, well that's a rookie mistake. I got jammed up trying to get into the bridge here, and I realized I didn't press B to get to switch from operating state to travel state. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a pain to get. Maybe not. Okay, good. Yeah, I just forgot to press B to put it back into the transport state or whatever you call it instead of the operating state. And we're off again. We've never had a bird's eye view of town, so I'll show that a little bit. Can't see that much of it in the bird's eye view. Pretty cool. Alright, so here we are. This is also where we're going to sell the hay, and I checked the price for the hay. It's actually going to be 115 bucks, which is actually $4 higher than we thought the highest would be, so perfect. I hope this is the right zone. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Alright, let's see if we can. No, that's where we buy and sell livestock, right? Hey man, can you help me out? So It's the first time I've sold silage and hay. I just need to know where I go to unload that stuff. You don't know? Okay, okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. I appreciate you. I appreciate your help, though. I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, man. I'll find it. So it's right here, isn't it? All right, let's just see what I'm doing wrong. Maybe if I pull up further. Huh. Thought this would be easy. Whoa, man. Whoa, guy. Be careful. You just dove under the. Oh, I gotta unload it. Oh, I'm a dummy. It's all up in the trailer. That's what it is. I'm a dummy. All right, that's fine. That's good. That's good though. You see, you might make the same mistakes I made. I know how to use this trailer, but I forgot that I need to. So I should probably. I can either pull up. I'm gonna back. I'm gonna come out the other way. I don't. I'll show you. So there's a key to unload the trailer. It's Y. I think it'll unload them in the back. So we're gonna try to move over here and then back it up and position it so that the back end is near that cell point. So if we go slow, you got to go quite slow if you want to steer backwards. It's one of the tricks of it. It's to be very slow so that you have time to correct it and make your adjustments. All right, sweetness, perfect. I think that'll be perfect. But press Y. Check this out. How does it do it? I couldn't remember how it. Oh, it has a thing that's going to push them back after it tilts up a bit. Oh, now I have to press Y. Yeah, and it pushes them down. It sells them. Sweet. Whoa, over 20,000 we've got. I can't remember what we had to start. $20,466. Sorry, I sound like it. I sounded weird there. That's because I got so excited. That's pretty good. So we leased the trailer for like 2,500, and we definitely had enough to justify it. Excellent. We should wait for that to extend to the front, and then I can press B. Oh, it does it automatically there. Goes back into transport mode. Excellent. So over 20,000 bucks. It really does pay to wait until stuff is at its highest sale point. For most things, some stuff you can sell at any time, like wood, and you pretty much can sell hay at or straw at any time. Really, I don't think it's worth much more. It is worth more in the winter, but I don't think it makes a big difference with that one. It's just not. It's not worth a whole lot of money to begin with. But anyway, cool. We finally got a payday. A decent one. A decent little payday. Alright, so I'm back at the farm, and just gotta press B to begin. And get the rest of these bales of hay, which are not going to be as much as the silage is worth, but I bet you will get at least 6,000, maybe 5,000, at least 5,000 for these. Alright, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get these loaded up. Hang on, I'm not going to get all of these loaded up. I just remembered I need some for my sheep. I'll go ahead and leave those 4, yeah. And then we got a 5th one over there. That should be plenty for a while. So then we actually only have 4 more to sell. Okay. So we won't be getting 5,000. But maybe at least 20, maybe at least 1,200. I don't know. And then we'll return this trailer, and yeah, we'll see what else needs to be done. And here we go. We're back at the animal dealer. We're gonna see how much we can get for just a few of these bales of hay. Whoa, those cows are invisible. I don't even see the cows. All right. Now I gotta press Y again. There we go. Alright, yeah, $2,157. Cool, that was only 4 bales of hay. Sweet. Alright, where's it now? Press Y again. There we go. Had to press Y again, and it goes back into normal, travel position. And since I can, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I can just return it from here. I'm just gonna tell the shop, hey, come pick up your freaking bale loader. Done. I'm done. Oh, I gotta go to least items, bale loaders, and return. Yeah. The shop is like right down the road too. I could have brought it back to them. I was just like, hey, come pick it up. I left it over at the livestock deal. It's up to you now. And I was thinking too, my truck and my tractors too are getting pretty dirty. I'm gonna need to rent a pressure washer and clean these up soon. Getting awfully dirty. I mean, look at that windshield. Oh, that's, wow, that's attention to detail. Look at that. There's like boot prints, tracked dirt and grass and stuff inside of the truck. That is really, wow. I didn't know it would do that. Okay, that's quite a nice little detail. All right, we just gotta head home. And here we are back at the farm, and that's gonna wrap up this episode. I think that's plenty for one episode. Just gonna park the truck, head to bed, because we sold everything we need to sell for January and February. So we'll have a little more free time after this as we wait for winter to pass, so that our spring will come and we can plant something in this field, and soon after that we can harvest this canola. Alright, so thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This has been Mr. Axebane. Have a great day.